So lower A. I forgot if I'm going by A's or by numbers, by letters or by numbers. I forgot, but lower A. Today is more of a squat pattern day. Starting off with seated hamstring curls. Today's also a no pre day, but screw it, we ball. I took a monster during my overnight shift, so I definitely don't want to push my limits there. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say more stuff, but honestly my mind is blank right now, so I'm just going to do the set. My glutes are cramping. That's super fun. So I was going to yap a bunch today, but I think today's just gonna be straight work, I'm not gonna lie. I was in the mood to talk, but not anymore, not really. So next exercise is gonna be leg extensions, obviously with the same old technique that I've been using, focusing on my legs staying internally rotated, driving my hamstrings into the pad as much as possible on the concentric, getting, maximum tension on the quads. Just, the basic old stuff. Last time I did 130 for, don't even know how much. I wound up with 130, it felt relatively easy. So I went up to 150. Again, like my body relearns certain movements really, really quick. Unfortunately, seated leg curls is not one of them. Seated leg curls I struggle on. I always get bumped down so much when I stop doing them. So gotta work my way up to that one, which the machine here only goes up to 150 in leg curls, which is a bit concerning because, my first set was at 110 and it was hard, but it was hard because I haven't done the movement in a very long time. Leg extension, I did it last, what was it? It was on my lower B session, which wasn't too long ago. It was less than a week ago. So my body's kind of acclimating to leg extensions again. Now leg curls, this was my first session back on leg curls. And it was still relatively easy. I should be reaching 150 pretty quick. I'm talking in a month or less, probably. Cause I remember I left off at 160 or something like that when it came to leg curls, and the highest I've ever gone was 180, but those weren't perfect reps. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to invest in a gym pin soon if I want to continue leg curls, because I don't know why that machine is drastically low in weight. I really don't like how this damn thing moves so much. I have to be readjusting it, but screw it, we'll deal with it. Move. Whoa. Can't tell how many reps that was. That was probably 5. That was really on the low end when it comes to this movement, but I think it was 5. That's decent. All right, whatever. So I am bringing heel elevated squats back on the freaking barbell. On the barbell, because why not? Warmed up. A plate and the 10 felt extremely heavy. So I think this should do for a good 4 to 6 reps. Not gonna lie. By next session, considering how fast my body, you know, adapts against the movements, I'm pretty sure I should be at a plate and a 25. Hopefully, if all goes well this session. So that's the plan for this movement. I'm really trying to get to 2 plates on heel elevated squats, because that would be impressive. That would be a lot more impressive than a normal squat. I was gonna do normal squats, but I felt too much glutes, so bumped it to this. So yeah, let me get this set. Second set, lowered it by 20 pounds. That first set actually wasn't so bad, and it was a lot lighter than I thought it would be. So definitely gonna up it to 45 and a 25 for next session. So not last leg exercise, but approximating the end of the workout. So I'm doing adductors, and the machine only goes to, what is that? It is 150 pounds. Oh my gosh. Like, my adductors are relatively weak right now, obviously, because I haven't hit adductors in a while. But I can still full stack this. The max I could go to right now is 165, because it has the little 15-pound thingamabob. But literally, like, in 2 or 3 sessions, this isn't even gonna be beneficial for hypertrophy at that point. Like, it's gonna be insane. I remember at my other gym I used to do, well, the private gym didn't have numbers. Well, it had numbers, but it didn't have the weight on the thing, so I don't know how much weight I was doing. But in LA Fitness, I would go like all the way up to like 220, like from 220 to 250, between like that range. That was my working weight. So this is a drastic change. I'm definitely gonna have to invest in a gym pin for some of these machines. So I mean, it's pretty exciting though. It's gonna be my first time actually having to use a damn gym pin. But yeah, nothing. I'm gonna get this. I might do like 3 sets here, not gonna lie, just because. I'm debating doing abs. I mean, again, I'm a person that has to like ease into things, so I can't just like start working out again and then do everything perfectly. Obviously, since I worked overnight and I have to work overnight again tonight, my recovery isn't going to be it's not gonna be the best. So I think I'm gonna leave abs for, you know, my next session, my next lower session, that is. So that way I can ease into things and then, you know, get into the flow of this. But I was gonna say something else and I completely forgot. My mind has gone blank once again. I'm actually pretty hungry too. When I'm hungry, when I start to get hungry, it's like a red flag, and it means to wrap up the workout quick, because I get hungry like very, very quickly. Like at first it'll start off as like a little, I'm craving a little something, and then in like 30 seconds it turns into a full-blown like my stomach hurts, I need to eat something now or I will perish type of situation, which is extremely annoying. So literally after this, going straight to calves and dipping and getting some food in my freaking system. And also because when I work overnight, I don't eat as frequently, so that also kind of impacts my recovery a little bit. And the time windows for my meals are very, very restricted. So as opposed to getting like 5 to 6 meals a day, I'm getting more like 4, maybe 5, sometimes even like only 3 meals a day. So that's another thing. But yeah. So last exercise, it's gonna be calf raises on this standing calf raise machine, which it's the first time I use a standing calf raise machine, so that's pretty freaking neat. I'm gonna do 130 on here. Gonna train calves relatively heavy. I might end up doing abs, I'm not going to lie, but I guess we'll see on that. Oh my gosh. I low-key think I should have turned the little auto tracking thing off, just because all you're seeing is like my upper body move up and down. You're not actually seeing anything occurring here at the bottom, which is where the action is. But no, yeah, might hit abs. It's kind of it for today.